Hi guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. Well, the news has been broken, and as we know, Lionel Messi will be a Barcelona player for the next year at least. But yeah, some of the comments and some of the statements that have been made by his father and Lionel Messi, Barca have been absolutely slaughtered. They really have, and they're not going to look all good whatsoever in the way that it's happened. And like I said earlier, don't be surprised if Pep, Cheeky, and Ferran have spoken to Lionel Messi and said, we don't want to get into a court battle over this. Either Barca relent, you prove that the contract does say that you can leave for free, which this afternoon Jorge Messi did say. That is the fact of the contract. But as usual, Senor Tebas has come out with the La Liga, believe that the 700 million euros still stands. Of course, he wants the man. He hates the Premier League. He hates Man City. Of course, he's going to say that. But what that's done, I reckon if they would have had somebody like Font there or previous Barcelona directors, they would have done the right thing and they would have said to Messi, you can go. You've given us 16, 17 years of service. And like Iniesta, like Xavi, like Puyol, we're not going to stand in your way. What's happened now is Bartomeu has come out looking like an absolute clown. And the fact that maybe City have interjected into this and basically said, we're not going to go down the legal route. If Barca are going to stick by this, then that's fine. We're not going to go down the route of paying 150, 200 million to Barcelona for your services for 6 months, 8 months, however long it is. We'll just sign you on a free if we decide to continue in January and sign a pre-contract terms with Lionel Messi and his father. So Barca are coming out of this looking absolutely embarrassing, and certainly some of the comments that have been made by Lionel Messi and his father is, very, very embarrassing. One of the comments here from Hagrid says, and this is quotes from Lionel Messi, I wanted a winning project and win titles with the club to continue to enlarge the legend of Barcelona at the level of titles. And the truth is that there's been no project and nothing in a while. They juggle and they're plugging holes as things go by. Wow. I mean, that is, if that doesn't say what Lionel Messi thinks of Barcelona and certainly the president, I don't know what else does. But let's see who is on. Paul Standall's on. Forget about it, lads, move on. Yeah, absolutely. Nobody. And remember, Manchester City have never said one word about this officially. Nothing whatsoever. Absolutely gutted, says Anthony Abrams. They're treating a legend like a slave. Well, it is what it is. And like I said, I think if this would have been a Juventus or a Napoli or any other team, I think City would have gone and played hardball over it and took that risk. But I think the fact that you've got Pep, Cheeky, Ferran, ex-Barcelona, sort of board members and managers, and Pep played for the club, and Messi being there, this isn't just a player who's been there for 4 or 5 years. I mean, he's been there since he's been a kid. I don't think Pep wants him to ruin his legacy. I think Bartomeu has ruined Lionel Messi, or let's say Bartomeu's ruined Barca's legacy with Lionel Messi. And I think that's a massive, massive shame that he hasn't been pragmatic about this and basically thought of himself, even though he's leaving the post in March. And you've heard what Font, the president-elect, who's put himself up for the presidential campaign of Barcelona, said about Bartomeu. You've seen yesterday reports coming out in the Catalonian press that the Catalonian police are investigating Bartomeu for corruption. Wow, if anyone can destroy a club within the space of a week, that guy certainly has, and no wonder Messi does not want to play for him. But anyway, it is what it is. We move on. Sean's on. Hi. I didn't expect it to happen in the first place. Was kind of expecting it. Think the Messi dream may be dead and buried for good. Oh, Mr. Doom and Gloom's back on. Shows how much they rely on it financially, but they will get out next year. Yeah, absolutely spot on. Keep calm and we move on. Yeah, absolutely. Of course we do. Blessing in disguise, to be honest, I'm not too sure about that, mate. I'm not one of those to throw my toys out the pram because it's not going to happen. I don't think it's a blessing in disguise. I think if City could have got Messi in right now, that gives us an extra year of commercial income, which would be phenomenal. But it's not going to happen. So we have to plan for next year and whether Messi might come or might not. Bartomeu won, and we can just forget about Messi. I don't think so. Carl's on. Shouldn't they have gamed this all out before putting in the bureaucrats all the statements? Amateur. Well, I think what they were doing, Carl, is they were basically saying exactly. I don't know whether you saw the vlog earlier, where Jorge Messi actually turned around and said, "There's the proof," and we gave you the proof. I read it out earlier on the previous vlog. The proof clearly stated within there that Messi could leave at the end of the 29-20 season. No transfer fee whatsoever. Now, the problem being is that if Barca know that they can basically kibosh it by making it go to a court arbitration, maybe at FIFA. And when you've got obviously close ties with the La Liga president, Senor Tebas, the big fat whatever he is, who hates Manchester City. We know what he said in the past. Well, then all that's going to do is put spanners in the works, and it's going to make City go, we don't want to go back to court again. We really, really don't. We expected Barcelona to be pragmatic about this. If that's what it says, they should honour it. And all that's going to happen is that Jorge Messi has come out and stated that he can leave for a free this summer, right now. And they are adamant that that's what's been said in there. Now, if Barca start going, well, we believe it's different, we want to go to court, we want to do that, I don't think Messi, his father, I don't think Pep, I don't think Cheeky and Ferran want that to happen. And that's been their sort of their trump card, is that they knew that this could happen. The only problem being is that they're not just hurting the transfer, Messi's wishes, but what they're doing is they're absolutely destroying the legacy of Lionel Messi at Barcelona, and absolutely destroying the reputation of a great club in Barca. So, you know, Bartomeu doesn't really care. It's his last throw of the dice. He leaves in March anyway, so he don't really care what happens. He knows he's not going to be there. Andrew W. Barca has shambles, no sell-on, an unhappy, expensive play for a team, needing a total rebuild, hundreds of millions in debt. Yeah, absolutely. It hurts for City fans. We have to move on. Doesn't hurt, mate. It is what it is. No, like I said, we were all saying we'll wait and see what happens because we'd never ever heard from Lionel Messi, and that was what the thing is. Kevin Johnson says La Liga really has no choice but to say that the contract is valid. Hold tight, Blues. Messi has requested the Sheikh's help in this matter. I don't think that's going to happen. Had they decided that the clause and promise from the president isn't worth pursuing, I don't think they want to go. I don't think they want to go to court over it. Lost all respect I have for Barcelona. Might burn a Barca shirt I got when I was young. Bit harsh, mate. 4 weeks left and we still have Stones and Ottoman at the club and no new right centre back. Don't worry, Shadow. It's all in hand. Messi is a game player. In my opinion, he was never coming. I disagree with you, Chris. The deal isn't dead, though. He can still move to City, says Beanhead Boys. Well, he can leave definitely on a free. He can sign a pre-contract in January. Do you think he will leave next year? No idea, mate. So what if City now came in and offered Barca 200 million? Would they be interested? Maybe, maybe not. I don't think City wants to go down that route. I think City have seen the contract. In my opinion, City have seen the contract. They believe that Messi can leave on a free. He does, and his father, his agent, does. And Barca's only play in this is go, all right, well, let's go to court because we believe differently. They know that City have probably made it clear they don't want to go down that route. Yeah, Messi has reluctantly decided that he's got to stay. And but if you read the comments, here's some of the comments that have been put on there. And this is from Messi. Bartomeu, a disaster, he's called him. And it says it's safe to say Lionel Messi could sound happier about staying at Barcelona, and in particular the hierarchy at the club. In his tell-all interview announcing his decision to stay at the new camp for now at least. In quotes, he says, and this is Lionel Messi from his interview, "I wasn't happy and I wanted to leave. I have not been allowed this in any way, and I will stay at the club so as not to get into a legal dispute. The management of the club, led by President Josep Maria Bartomeu, is a disaster. I told the club, the president in particular, that I wanted to leave. They knew this since the start of the past season. I told them during all of the last 12 months, but I will stay here because I don't want to start a legal war." They were the words of Lionel Messi. Then some of the comments by some others saying, "It strikes me as one of the uneasiest truces you could come to. I don't think either party can claim victory. The courts would have been the only way through this, but Messi did not want to go to court with the club of his life. A court case would never have concluded before the transfer window closed, so we would have ended up in a position where we are now. No move for Messi, no money for Barcelona. In an ideal situation, Messi would want to go. In an ideal situation, Barcelona would have wanted 700 million euros for a substantial transfer fee. Neither Messi nor Barcelona have got what they want." And other quotes were, he told Goal in Spanish, "I told the club, especially the president, that I wanted to go. I've been telling him all year. He believed it was time to step aside. I believed that the club needed more young people, new people, and I thought my time in Barcelona was over. Feeling it a lot because I always said that I wanted to finish my career here. It was a very difficult year. I suffered a lot in training, in games, and in the dressing room. Everything became very difficult for me, and there came a time when I considered looking for new goals, new airs. It did not come because of the Champions League result against Bayern, the decision I had been thinking about for a long time. I told the president, and well, the president always said that at the end of the season, I could decide if I wanted to go or if I wanted to stay. And in the end, he did not end up keeping his word." So these are words from Lionel Messi, basically saying he had conversations with the president and he said he would be leaving potentially at the end of the year. When he asked to leave, he was told he could, and when he asked to leave, they refused on it. But according to Gilliam, this is Gary Cottrell. It's been made clear by President Bartomeu and the Barca board to Messi's camp, mainly his father, that they would dig their heels in and they wouldn't let him go for free this year. It's a surprising stance because Barca have a black hole in their finances. To let Messi go for free would have been incredible, but they certainly would have got his massive wages off the bill. But Messi, despite all the trouble between the two parties, is staying. Ronald Koeman is going to have a very unhappy player on his hands, and you would have thought Messi has vowed to do his best for the club and the fans he loves, but it'll be interesting to see how he performs under a head coach he didn't want and a president he doesn't get along with. Will he now take that COVID-19 test so he can come back to training? What else have we got here? Is there any other comments? Yeah, I mean, just other than that, Messi basically saying, like I said before, I thought and was sure that I was free to leave. The president always said that at the end of the season, I could decide if I stayed or not. Now they cling to the fact that I did not say it before the June the 10th, when it turns out that on June the 10th, we were competing for La Liga in the middle of this awful coronavirus, and this disease altered the season. And this is the reason why I'm going to continue in the club. Now I am going to continue in the club because the president told me that the only way to leave was to pay 700 million euros clause, and that is impossible. So there you go. That's the news. I'm sure there'll be lots of other sound bites from the Messi interview, but Lionel Messi is not a happy boy. It's clear, it's absolutely clear to me, he's wanted to leave Barca under all costs, with the exception of a 700 million transfer fee, which it sounds like Barca stuck their heels into the ground and wanted, and were happy. They were happy, and this is the thing: they were happy for it to go to court and it be an absolute nightmare, and just tarnish not only Lionel Messi but Barcelona. Well, they've done that already by the very nature that it sounds like from Lionel Messi's father and the other people who are talking about it, that they've reneged on everything that they told Lionel Messi months and months ago that he could do. Now it's come to it. I'm sure Bartomeu believed that Messi would stay at Barcelona regardless. Or when he called his bluff, they reneged on their promises. So the only people really to come out of this looking like absolute fools is Barcelona. And I feel sorry for their fans because it's tarnished the way that I'm sure, even though Lionel Messi absolutely loves Barca, I'm sure it'll leave a bitter taste in his mouth. And that's not the way a person who spends his whole career at a club should leave the club. Because one thing's for certain, I'm sure he will leave. And I think he'll dig his heels in now and say, oh, fine, fair enough. I'll turn up. I won't be happy. He's already come out and said, I don't like the manager. And I certainly absolutely got no respect for the president. And we'll see what happens. And don't be surprised if in January he makes a signing with Manchester City in January. And that way he's guaranteed to be free next summer. Will that happen? Who knows? Nobody knows. We've all been waiting for this. But anyway, that's just a quick update on Lionel Messi. And that means that City now can move on and all the focus can be, are we going to buy a centre-back? Are we going to buy a centre-back? Are we not? Maybe we'll have Kyle Walker, as I discussed earlier. Will the Koulibaly deal happen? Who knows? That's another thing that's just constant drama all of the time. Or City. Have City got their eye on another centre-back and possibly a left-back? But we'll be back with more news all about Manchester City. Now the Messi thing has been done and dusted. That's by the by now. We'll wait and see what happens in January. But there'll be loads and loads of sound bites because I'm sure after this has happened, you'll get a full rundown of the full statements and the acerbic words that basically Lionel Messi has said about the way this has been handled by the Barcelona board. And I'm sure he won't be a happy man when he does eventually, if he does eventually, turn up for training at Barcelona, which I'm sure he will do. He'll want to play football regardless. But Barca, you're going to end up paying Messi a fortune and he'll be leaving for a free next season. That's for certain. Or will he? Will Font get elected in and maybe change Lionel Messi's mind? Who knows? I think this was the time to get Messi. Will City go in for him next season? We'll wait and see. But anyway, CKM says, Barcelona are really top. Hope Messi gets injured. Well, I hope he don't get injured, mate. If we don't buy a centre-back, season is over. Oh, another doom and gloomer. Chris is back on. Listen, I might leave all the doom and gloomers to Martin and Chris and everyone else to come on and do their talk about if we don't get a centre-back. That's it. It's the end of the season. But everyone else can have their say on that. But T-Rex is on. I'm a Barca fan and I will cheer for Messi for sure. I'm sure you will and so you should, mate, because he's your player. You've been a great addition to the gang. Messi has got a few years playing left. Glad City didn't get the man. As soon as they replace Bartomeu, promises will be made and he will resign. Who knows? At the end of the day, the doom and gloom Sundays, there you go. Only kidding. That's what we should call the news show on Sunday, the doom and gloomers. Yeah, but anyway, this is Andy from Man City Fan TV. That's the news that Messi is staying, or being forced to stay, at Barcelona. And we'll see what the coming weeks bring. All the other transfer news that's going on. Will City sign eventually a centre-back? Will we get a left-back? Will we go for a striker? Who knows? But what you'll do is you'll find out on Man City Fan TV. Don't forget, subscribe, hit that subscribe now if you are not. D&G Classy, you like that one? There you go. It should be the D&G class. Should be the D&G show, shouldn't it? And not Dolce and Gabbana, the doom and gloomers. But don't forget, subscribe, hit that bell icon. Don't forget to make sure your settings are set to public, not private. That way you'll be notified every time there is a new video on the channel. But anyway, take care. Have a great evening. Friday evening. We'll be back at some point. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. We'll definitely be back tomorrow at some point. And then check out the Doom and Gloomers show on Sunday night. But this is Andy from Man TV. Take care. You're all superstars. Messi ain't coming to City. Not this season anyway. Take care, and we'll see you soon.